Hello friends, and welcome to the Hanged Man in the Moon. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you for coming. I'm pleased to meet you. If you've been here before, thank you for returning. I'm truly honored. Friends, I'm doing something different today. I'm doing something that I don't usually do. I'm hopping onto a hashtag. You probably already saw this down in the title, but the hashtag is One Tarot Card. And this hashtag was originally initiated by Ramon at Moon Scarab. And Ramon has an excellent channel and I highly recommend it. And I will try to put a link in the description box below to his channel. But in all honesty, I first saw this hashtag on Simon at the Hermit's Caves channel. And it was that really got me interested. So I watched all of Simon's responses to these questions. And I know that Simon had decided not to watch anybody else's video response to the hashtag because he didn't want to be influenced by other people's choices. So I watched all of his, and then I decided I'd go watch the originator's video, a beautiful video, excellently done. Production quality is chef's kiss, is doubled. And so I watched another person's, and you're probably thinking then, well, then, how can you be sure that these are your choices? Well, I've decided to add my own little Hanged Man in the Moon's twist. You know, my moniker on YouTube is the Hanged Man in the Moon. So I do things my own way, my own little weird way, as the Hanged Man in the illusory space of the moon. So my own twist on this is, rather than choosing the cards myself, I decided to let the deck choose the cards for me and go with what I get, with just like I would for a tarot reading. So I'm doing a hashtag tarot reading for myself with these questions. And so I've already shuffled the deck because that takes a long time for me, as you probably know if you've followed my channel. And so I've got the deck ready. I'm not going to turn the camera down for a couple of reasons. One reason is my microphone is not here in my office and I wanted to get this video done today. The second reason is because I don't want to. So we're going to do this face forward. I'll show you the cards that come up as they come up. And I'll give you the questions that the deck is responding to. Oh, the deck. Which deck? This is the CS Tarot, created by Conrad Stain. On Make Playing Cards, he's got a great selection of redrawings of Pamela Coleman Smith's art there. He's got a couple of other decks too, and there are iterations. There's a plastic version. There are versions with this beautiful gilding, with other beautiful gilding, crackle-backs. He's got a lot of really, really great stuff. So I'll put a link to his Make Playing Cards store down in the description box below. So I'm using his crackleback version of the Wade Smith, drawn by Pamela Coleman Smith. And like I said, the cards are all ready, so let's dive in together. Let's see what happens. This should be interesting. Question 1. Which one card is the most inspiring to me? Well, let's find out. Apparently it's this one. I have no idea what that is. Let me see. It's the King of Cups. Okay, that makes sense. That does make sense. Because this card stalks me from time to time. And it inspires me because I think probably I know from the deepest place of myself, that I do best when I am emotionally connected and emotionally balanced and able to ride the waves of feeling, of water around me. It's when I get rigid and my Scorpio nature takes over. I'm not a Scorpio moon, but I am a Scorpio rising. And that fixed nature of Scorpio, when that takes over, then I can sometimes sink like a rock into the water and be overwhelmed. But if I can skip over the top of the water and ride the waves in equanimity like the King of Cups can, and can relate with other people as the King of Cups can, I do much better in life, not only emotionally, but in all aspects of my life. So that makes excellent sense. The King of Cups being the most inspiring to me. Yes, yes. And it depends on how you read cups, right? I'm sorry, how you read kings. For some people, Kings of Cups are fixed. For some people, the fixed signs are queens. So if this King of Cups is Scorpio for you, then it would make absolute sense because I am a Scorpio. If kings are mutable for you, usually the cardinal signs are usually given to the knights. So if kings are mutable to you, then this is actually perhaps makes even more sense. If this is Pisces, then my moon is in Pisces, but my Saturn is also in Pisces. And I just learned on YouTube that where Saturn is placed is usually where the life lesson is, what we have come to learn. And so while my moon is in Pisces, my Saturn is also in Pisces, and that is what perhaps I've come to learn. So that would be inspiring, right? That's cool. And can we just look at the card for just a moment? The beautiful redrawing, the clean lines. I hope you can see this. The clean lines, the crackle background of the blue sky. Colors are rich and gorgeous. I just love this deck. Okay, so King of Cups. Question 2. Which card is the most distressing to me? Well, it's this one. I have no idea what it is. Let me peek. The Ace of Pentacles. And that is true. If it isn't the most, it's one of the most. Because when this card comes up for me, I often feel great disappointment. And that's distressing. Disappointment is often very distressing for me. And it's not the disappointment of feeling like I've failed at something, but feeling like something that is promised has not revealed itself to me. And often, almost all of the time that the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun card come up, the day seems to go in exactly the opposite direction for me. So this card is often a fairly distressing card. I keep hope. I keep thinking, okay, where is that seed? Where is it? And probably it's because of my misunderstanding. No, probably. It is because of my misunderstanding. The seed that is to be planted is of my own choosing. It shouldn't be a passive, well, wait for the seed to blow by and grab a hold of it, right? So, full disclosure, I'm falling down. What do we say? We say I'm missing the mark. I'm falling asleep at the wheel when this card comes up because I don't drive in the direction of what this is pointing to. And that's distressing too. Does that make sense? Full disclosure video, just saying. Question 3 is, which one card is the most enigmatic to me? Well, apparently it's this one. I wonder what it is. Yes, okay, yes, that is true. That is absolutely true. This is probably the most enigmatic to me. Because I see this card even upright in 2 different ways. I see it as the cracking open of things that should be cracked open, of the divine coming energy piercing into life and shattering the things which should be shattered to reveal the truth that lies within, the life that lies within, the struggling, painful, suffering, I should say, the struggling, suffering life that has been cramped up inside of the tower is released here. But it's also a distressing thing, right? So there's an enigma here. And so this card is enigmatic for me when it appears. And I've had tower moments, I've had tower periods, I've gone through breakups, losses of things, of course, and the tower card has appeared at those times. And yet, I've also had it appear at times when things were revealed and I've been liberated, if that makes sense. So, yes, this card, enigmatic, definitely. So far, this is working out pretty well. Let's see what the next card is. The next question is, which one card would I put in a 1,000-year time capsule for future humankind? Yeah, so time capsules, stick a card in a time capsule, people 1,000 years from now in 3023, yeah, 3023, would open it up and see what's inside. This is the card. Here it is. I wonder what it is. Okay, the Ten of Pentacles. Sure, why not? Yeah? Remembering hearth, home, family. This is a card of inheritance, right? I'm passing along, or we are passing along, our inheritance to you, future generations. We are passing along that which we have amassed, not necessarily as money, but culturally, um, technologically, spiritually. All of the stuff that we have created, we now pass on to you. So this would be a good representation of that heart, of that spirit of passing things along and passing the torch, passing the banner, passing the baton, which would be the wand suit, but passing the baton in a race, right? Passing on our inheritance. It's a beautiful card. I mean, we've got generations here. We've also got animal companions, furry friends in that card as well. Just a lovely, lovely redrawing of the card as well. This is a very complex card with a lot of stuff in it, right? And yet, Conrad Stein's redrawing of it makes the images just pop and sing, you might say. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so next question, number 5, is if I were elected president of a newly created country, which one card would I choose as a flag? Here it is. Let's see what it is. Ooh, okay, so this might be a stretch, but maybe not as much of a stretch as many of us might think. Why would anyone choose the devil card as their flag? Well, because I think many of us misunderstand some of the esoterica behind the devil card. Yeah, there's the ideas of temptation, there are the ideas of addiction, there are ideas of entrapment, being chained, though we can probably release ourselves from being chained. Because if you look at the nooses around the imps at the feet of the devil, those chains are really loose, and they could probably slip them right off of their heads. Yeah, any entrapment that we feel in this card is a self-imposed, or at least acknowledged and accepted entrapment. But why would this devil, card 15, be a flag for a country, a newly formed country? Because another way of understanding the devil, of this character in this card, not the devil like Satan devil, but this devil is a very specific image, originally created in the 16th century, 15th century. And this devil is also a representation of Sophia, misunderstood. Sophia, the creating aspect of the divine, the Shekinah, who moves into that physical reality that is being created at all times by this aspect of the divine, which often many people call the feminine divine, is here in the physical, and is here reveling in and experiencing and pointing the way back up the tree of life from here within the world. Not as a way of escape, but of reconnection. So if we understand the devil in this card as a misunderstanding of who Sophia actually is, and demonizing Sophia, and Sophia's role of creating life here in the physical realm, the planets, the stars, the water, the earth, all the creatures. And while here in this physical form, in this physical reality, pointing back up to the divine, saying, yes, here, good, and there, don't forget it. Pouring the fire of passion into the material, but pointing the mind back up to the divine so that we don't lose connection with the totality of who we are, that might be a good flag for a new country. Yes, enjoy the physical creation that we are having here, and with passion. And recall that any entrapment that we feel in this new country that we are creating is one of our own creation, and liberation also lies in the remembering of the eternal connection that we have with the divine nature that is everything. Does that make sense? So yes, that is my response to number 5. And here comes number 6. If I were Earth's ambassador to alien civilization... Oh, one more thing about the 5 of 15. You also notice that this card very closely resembles a couple of other cards. One especially. Two that I think of. One is number 5, the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant, misunderstood, becomes this. But also the Lover card, right? The angel. This is the angel, and these are the two lovers. Card 6. 6 and 15 are a good match. So we also have the echo in this flag of the Lover card, or the Lover's card. So this card is deeply symbolic and deeply rich in, what do we call them? Archetypes. And so yes, as an archetype, an echo of archetype, this card I think would make an excellent and thought-provoking flag. So again, number 6, if I were Earth's ambassador to an alien civilization, which one card would I choose to represent humankind? Gosh, I kind of hope it's the Lover's card. Let's see. What is it? Tell me, what is it? It is the Emperor. Okay. So, the Emperor. Why would I send this out into space to represent humankind? Probably because right now we are living in very emperor times, I believe. That desire, that need, the assumed manifest destiny of needing to control and to form reality, to give structure to what is, and to promote the structure that we think is right in opposition to whatever structures other people think is right. Yeah? Whether we are conservative leaning, liberal leaning, many of us earthlings right now are in emperor mode and trying to control reality in the way that we think is correct, is just, is proper, is stable. So, if you want to interact with us, you want to know that you're going to be interacting with emperor kinds of people. Each and every one of us has an emperor hiding within, no matter how much we think we are an empress or how much we think we are a temperance or a justice. Well, especially justice. Justice would be very emperor-like in many ways. But we all have, if you're watching this on modern technology, we all especially have a hidden emperor, whether it's a shadow self or it's very obvious. So, yeah, This would be a, look, you want to play with us? This is who you're going to be playing with. Kind of makes sense. And we're kind of making this kind of an earth too, right? Especially these days. This kind of hot, dry place. So, yes, the Emperor. That's what I'm sending. I'm not sending it. I'm setting it as, you want to play? This is who you're going to be playing with. Okay, number 7. Which one card represents someone I love? This scares me. Let's see. Which card represents someone I love? What is it? Okay, I'll go with that. Yes, that does represent someone I love. And I don't know who that is yet because I don't think I've met my Knight of Wands yet. And yes, that is the kind of person I would like to, that I would love to love. Yeah, that is the kind of person I think that my heart goes out to. That passionate, optimistic, let's go out and have an adventure kind of man is a kind of person that I think would balance me out very nicely. Now, personally, my sun sign is Leo, so I've got fixed fire. And I would think that the Knight of Wands in many traditions would be an Aries card, and maybe I'm looking for an Aries. Are you out there? I think I'm probably looking for an Aries. But yeah, I guess that would represent someone I would love to balance out my Leo fire, my fixedness. I've got a lot of fixed in my chart. Yeah. Not sure there's much left to be said. Adventures, riding off into the unknown, carrier of passion to match my own different kind of passion. Yeah, that works. Moving right along to number 8. Number 8, which one card would I choose as the cover for my autobiographical book? Which one card would I choose as the cover for my autobiographical book? There it is. I should have said this would have been the devil, but here it is. What is it? Okay, that's good. That's a very good card. Now, let me just tell you an interesting thing. I had planned on using a different deck for this VR. That's not a VR, this hashtag. But before I used it, it was my universal weight that I got from Argentina when I was down there. I went into a tarot shop, a tarot occult shop. Not many that I could find very easily in Buenos Aires, but I found one and I went in, and the decks that they had available were just not interesting to me, really. I mean, they had a bunch of Oracle card decks, either in Spanish, which I could read, but would be a little bit cumbersome, or in English, and either I had them or I wasn't interested in them. And the tarot decks that they had available were very few, and I either had them or I had them, actually. I kind of had them already. So I figured, why not? Let's just pick up a Rider-Waite-Smith deck as my souvenir, my tarot souvenir. I do that when I travel. If I can, I try and find a tarot deck that I don't have and bring that home as my souvenir for my travels. So I brought home that deck, and I thought I'd use that for this VR, and I shuffled and I pulled the cards, and the cards seemed to say, no, I don't want to play today. So I thought, okay, I'll pick a different deck, and I picked this one. And when I did a pros, cons, advice spread to see if this deck wanted to play for this hashtag. And the advice card that I got was this one, the 3 of Discs. Yeah? So, collaboration, working together. That would be a wonderful, wonderful way to present myself in my autobiography, because everything in my life, in your life, in our life is a co-creation. Every single thing, from the bodies we inhabit to the experiences we have in the world, everything is a co-creation. With the divine, with aspects of self, and with other people. So yeah, this would make a really good cover for my autobiography, knowing that I will acknowledge and cry from every mountaintop and skyscraper roof that yes, this is all co-collaborative, co-creative. This is a collaborative effort. So yeah, that's my cover for my autobiography. Number 9, if I could upgrade a minor arcana card to a major arcana status, which card would it be? Now let's see, do I get a minor arcana card right off the top? Bong! Is it a minor arcana card? Let's see. It is not. Okay, so move on. Let's see. So what I'll do is I'll choose the next minor arcana card. Nope, major. Justice. Okay. Yes, that makes sense to me. This is the minor arcana card that I would upgrade to a major arcana status because I don't think we really have a major arcana card that gives us this idea of being just frozen in time and space, being absolutely status quo, not movement, non-movement in the material realm. Does that make sense? To have a card that indicates the absolute pause and potential stagnation of that stability, I think would be beneficial for the major arcana. Yeah, one that isn't addiction, and you might be saying, well, that's the devil card, but no, it's not the devil card. There's either a playful enjoyment of the material realm in the devil card, or there's a feeling entrapment with addiction. This is different. This is, and you might say that the Four of Coins is an addicted to the stuff that we have, but to me it's different. It's not letting anything go. It's not, and yeah, we're chaining ourselves to our stuff, but we're chaining the stuff to our us, right? And I think that would be a very interesting major arcana card. Having the card of hyper stability that is on the verge of tipping over into stagnation. Does that make sense? Okay, so last question. And this is a question that I might have to go through the deck to find, but the next question is about pages, and there are only 4 pages in the deck, so we'll see what happens. The question is, if I could mentor one of the pages from the tarot, which one would it be and why? So let's see. Is this a page? Nope, it's the Ace of Swords. Is this a page? Nope, it's the Six of Swords. Although that could have been a good major arcana card. Is this a page? Nope, it's not a page. Not a page. Not a page. Not a page. No. Okay, here we go. Oh, that makes sense. Here's the page. First page up. If I can mentor one of the pages from the tarot, which one would it be and why? It would be the Page of Swords. Yeah? The inquisitive one. I enjoy being with and working with people who are inquisitive, who want to find things out, who want to understand, and are trying to understand it, are working their minds around the problem or the task of understanding, of seeing the future, and the direction to move to get to that future, right? Not knowing exactly how to do it, because that would be more King of Swords, right? But looking to see, to find clarity. Not the one who has clarity, but the one who's learning to find clarity. Working with that kind of person is very interesting. Very, very interesting. And in some decks, the pages serve the queens. And so if the queen is fixed air, that would be Aquarius, right? Yes, the queen would be fixed air. being the mentor of the one who serves the Aquarian would be really, really interesting too. Aquarians are really intriguing to me. And so, yeah, I'd love to mentor that person because I would also get a little bit of connection with the Queen of Swords, one of my favorite cards in the deck, by the way. My favorite queen, perhaps, is the Queen of Swords. The wit, the clarity, the independence, all of that wonderful stuff in the Queen of Swords upright, love her. She's my favorite. And so working with her page, mentoring her page, would be a kick in the pants. There we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Does that make sense? I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. Would I have picked different cards if I had done this all on my own? I mean, if I had gone through the deck and chosen with my own, I don't want to say prejudices, but with my own preconceptions, would I have chosen different cards? Certainly. I probably would have. I probably wouldn't have chosen the devil as the card for the flag for the new country. I probably would have chosen something like, I don't know, maybe one of the aces. But I think the devil is an interesting choice because of all of those reasons I said. So, friends, what am I going to do? I am going to do a couple of things. I'll try to put cards, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can put a card up for somebody else's channel, but if I can, I'll put a card up for both Simon's hashtag to this and Ramon's at Moon Scarab. And again, if you have not gone to see Moon Scarab's channel, go see it and watch his original hashtag video. Wonderful piece of work. And subscribe to his channel if you have not subscribed. Subscribe to Simon's channel if you haven't subscribed. If you're watching this, I'm sure you've already subscribed to Simon at the Hermit's Cave. And subscribe to mine if you want to too. That would be great. Hit the thumbs up button so that YouTube knows that you got something out of this and it will draw more people to the channel. And comment below. I'd love to hear from you. What did you think? Was anything that I said just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Is it just too strange? Do you want to see what my deliberate choices might have been if I had chosen from the deck myself? Let me know in the comments below. And friends, thank you for being here. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. And now, as always, I wish you love, joy, well-being, and pure awareness. Thank you.